Welcome to the All You Can Talk podcast. We have been chatting off camera, that's why we're all smiling like a bunch of fucking idiots. This is an actual special episode. I've got with me Kieran, Key 5, whatever he wants to be called this week. That's a different name every week. And we've got Neil from TYKES TV.
Hello, everybody.
How are we doing? Are we all right?
Not bad, mate, not bad. Yeah, thanks for the invite, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a depressing but hopefully positive episode by the end of it.
Yeah, but we'll try not to get being called too negative too much. We'll see how it is like, innit? It's one of them.
It's a new season, we've got
It's a new season, you hope, innit?
All the optimism
new
in the
belief,
world.
innit?
New season with the quality in the middle. No, it's nice to have you on, mate.
Yeah.
Watched TYKES TV for years, to be honest. You know what I mean? Even back in days when Luke did it. But both Luke.
Yeah, both at Luke's, yeah. That were a thing. I mean, I were a guest on there. I obviously followed Barnsley for years and years. You know, remember going in old brewery stand, as it was then.
Yeah.
Stood up and I think my first game was 87, I believe, against West Ham at Little Bus Cup. And my dad's never been a football fan, so he got his mate down from Corlight in Grindthorpe. Obviously, that's all gone. And I remember he took us, and I just managed to see over the wall, because it used to be a wall vehicle, get straight up. And it were under lights. So Oakwell under lights, like, oh God, this is all right, this light. So then I managed to go when I could, obviously when I was at school. Then when I started Lions Baker in 89, because I'm 54-year-old, so in 89, straight from school, part-time, saved up, season ticket. So like, oh yeah, bee's knees, isn't it, when you're punching, isn't it?
Yeah.
Season ticket, 19-year-old. And from then, it's just like, I've always like loved Barnsley, the Barnsley people and stuff like that, because they're honest and straight talking. And I think that's what it should be all about, really. Have a debate. Some people say, oh, you're wrong at this. And I look at it and I try and say it on TYKES TV, is like, not everybody's right, not everybody's wrong. Everybody's got a difference of opinion. But I think in this day and age now, I might have a difference of opinion to like such as you, but you put it out there on socials and someone wants an argument. It's like, whoa, what's that about?
It's name calling that gets to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, mate, I'm here to have a good time.
It's this thing. We love a debate, even between ourselves. We love a debate more than all. But people sometimes now, they take it as a personal attack on themselves. It's like their identity's being attacked. Like, no, we're allowed to have the difference of opinion.
Yeah.
It's all about how we talk about it. That's it.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing.
It is like that. I mean, TikTok and Twitter are minefields for it. You just I chuck a grenade in Twitter and you just set
I'm just waiting for it. How long's it going to take this time?
There
we go. Yeah.
And I like commenting like, why would you say that? Do you know what I mean? And I've had my fair share of like, why the fuck are you saying that? What are you on about, really?
Yeah.
Do you know? But I've never actually called somebody names or anything like that. So it's a tough one because it's a very emotionally charged subject, football, and I do get it. But sometimes I do think, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, get a grip. Stop going. For example, Neil, we did worst fans that you can think of. And I said, Millwall, did we get some stick? I got some stick.
Yeah.
Proper stick.
My God.
Yeah.
Saying that they'll, come to den and I'll shank you.
Yeah.
Mate, it's football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 2 minutes, lads.
Yeah.
Carry on between your sends.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, boy. It's like we're just on about there. You have a difference of opinion, and you want to debate, but some don't, like what you've just said there. But if you see it like an attack as a threat, and I'm like, well, just have a debate back with me. Or tell me something different what I'm not seeing. Is there something else?
Yeah, exactly. Put across your point of view and just back it up, like we were saying off camera. It's like last season, we were saying this off camera, we were saying the amount of people who, it's shit, it's that, and we're going to them, what's your solution? They ain't got one.
Yeah, it's radio silent, isn't it?
It's mourning for the sake of mourning, isn't it? That's what annoys me. I don't mind having a debate with absolutely anybody, but just back up your opinion.
Yeah, exactly that. I've had several debates on TikTok. TikTok's a main culprit for it.
You and George's Flores.
Oh, he's a cunt.
I like George's.
I do like him.
Me and George's are mates now. He shared my gig poster, so I like him now.
But he comments every video, and it's like, do you know what? Fair play to the amount of level of hate that you are producing. I love it.
You know, I sent you the screenshot. You know what he said? Because he said, I'll show you Paul when I invited him to the show, just as a funny. And I said, "Oh, thanks for being his favourite hater, by the way." And he said, "Mate, it's way too entertaining to block. I love it."
All good for algorithm.
Yeah, no, I've said same. I've said loads. I might need to take the dog upstairs, lads. We might need to cut there for a second.
We can do, mate.
Yeah.
If you like, cut for
2
a sec.
seconds. She's not settling.
We're cutting for a sec. He needs to take dog upstairs. Okay, hell. Pod dog needs training, Reese.
Good bombo.
Yeah, make sure.
Stick that in pod. Reason for intermission is Reese. Oh, bloody hell.
She's back.
We need to train that dog for podcasts. Or get a door on kitchen. Yeah.
What a dick. Lay down now. Just lay down.
Chilled.
Just chilled.
Mm.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
We're back.
We're back. Sorry about that. Little disturbance from a little terror. Where were we, boys?
You don't need to do that, I'll just cut it into it so it blends.
Can we play that bit?
What about Millwall with fans and backlights?
Yeah, they just absolutely went at us. Absolutely. I can remember one specific guy. He commented, I think he deleted his comments. I can't see him anymore. And he commented, "Oh, come down and I'll shank you." So I was like, episode after, I'm like, you Millwall fans are mint, we're only taking Micaiah. And he went, you good lads. I'm like, you literally threatened to stab him, mate.
No, we're all joking. Oh, thanks. Cheers.
Nice. But they
joke.
were all quite friendly. They just love a charged conversation.
Yeah.
It's a charged subject.
Yeah.
And I get it in a way, because when I'm at a football match, I can be a bit like...
Yeah, it goes another level. Kind of thing like that.
Never been abusive, though. I'm happy to say that. Don't say that.
Emotions.
We're not going on about
emotions.
Emotions.
The only time that I've been
emotions.
thinking is when I told Joey Barton to fuck off with his brother into prison.
It's valid. It's completely
I don't think it'll be only one board here. I think there'll be probably a few. What did
Really?
He was at
1,000
home.
back there.
Yeah, you were a prick.
Yeah.
And he just turned around and went, "Oh shit." But yeah, it's all funny. So how did you get involved with TYKES TV then?
What it was, I reached out to Luke, who was original host on it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I watched it for a fair few years. I think it started in 2017, something like that. Well, before
it
COVID.
was really early.
Yeah. And I'd watched it, and it got to...
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's
You
right.
were kind of like the first real
Yeah, well,
content creator in Barnsley, wasn't it?
yeah, well, it was funny that because, well, I'll go back to where I started, and then Tyler from Barnsley on tour.
Yeah.
I got involved on him, and he told me, he says, that I started watching him, he was like my inspiration. And you look at Barnsley on tour, he goes up in that country, I'm like, wow, look at him like now. So it was good in a way that when Luke did original TYKES TV, so many people branched off it, and they were like, oh God, that's good. You know, you look at like Barnes Football Club and how many other teams and think, God, I wish I had all these content creators.
Yeah.
And you look at Barnsley, there's quite a few, and I think that's a good healthy representation, to be fair.
I was looking around. Clubs in Championship haven't got that level of representation on socials.
No.
In terms of what we
There
do.
seems to be quite a few.
Yeah.
And put a tweet out the other day about it. He says, we're so lucky to have so many.
Yeah.
And he just listed them all. I'm like, wow, there is
It was
that
tiny,
many.
and I was like, oh, bloody hell, I forgot about it. Oh, yeah, there's Up and Down, another one who like editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, Matt is a very good, I mean, he's a family friend of mine, like. But yeah, I mean, I was watching it, and he used to do them live watch-alongs through COVID. He was like doing all that kind of stuff. And I thought, I wonder if I'd be able to go on as a guest. So I just messaged him off chance. He went, well, a year ago when he was Tranmere game, FA Cup, he went, I'll just put you on. Did that.
That were against Keith Hill, that. If I remember right.
Well,
I remember that game.
And I did preview for it, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I enjoyed that. And we got some comments and some likes and stuff. And he went, would you come on again as a guest? I went, yeah. So I went on, and then were Dave Briscoe, James Archer, you know, original crew, but they've all gone and done their own thing. And it was going on and on and on, and then we were going outside ground at Swansea and FA Cup for playoffs. Again, we did all that kind of stuff. And and I thought something went off him because through close season, when season ended, weren't doing videos. And I'm thinking, well, fair enough, all right. And then it come where Luke was saying, for personal reasons, you know, his family and his own well-being, he's going to shut it down. And I'm like, you know, it's a shame for TYKES TV to go. So I reached out to him and went, I don't mind helping out. And it was going to be me and Luke Goddard who were going to do it. Luke Goddard, everybody knows him. Oh, I love Luke because I love Luke because he said it how it is, and people say, oh, he's saying swear, oh, he's not good for kids. Nobody's speaking from art, and I think that's what people want.
I don't agree with everything he says, but
I don't agree with everything he says.
He's very opinionated. You don't have to like somebody. No, you don't have to agree with him.
Some of the stuff he was, I mean, I look back on some of the videos where he was calling out about Conway and Lee then, and we've just been on about it off air. It's come full circle. In fact, he were right back then. But people didn't believe him. Look at what he did, Conway. So like, there's a lot of things I'm thinking, that's your opinion, but fine. But then a lot of stuff he'll say, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I can relate to it. Look at players. We haven't got this. We haven't gone back. We're not playing with passion there. Adam Hamill's going off at pitch and there's all impact. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that. And you'll get some people like saying, well, I like Luke because he said it how it is, and then you'll get others. You're not going to please everybody.
Never are.
You never are. You never are.
But we fucking know that.
I'll shut you. All right, mate. I'm joking. Thanks. Luckily, I don't like that yet. But you know.
Yeah, we don't have many really bad comments. We have the odd one calling us bellends, but I can deal with it. I get called that every day at work.
I call you a bellend on a regular. You call me a bellend on a regular.
So after that, I reached out to him and he went, well, yeah, if you want to take it over. So me and Luke were going to do it. So I got all the equipment and editing stuff. I was like looking at it, I'm thinking, what the fuck? I was like literally crawling, not even walking. I'm like crawling before I walked and then run. So I'm like looking at stuff, and my fist every video I did.
More like bungee jumping, Neil.
Oh mate, yeah, bungee jumping. We have to bungee. Honestly, I'm like, I'm over as a safety net down here because I'm going to be screwed here.
When you open like Sony Vegas for the first time, you're like, oh god, what is that?
Yeah, I'm like, oh god. And I remember doing my first video. It was against Bristol City. This kid, I had him on as a guest because I wanted to try and get fans on from other teams if I could.
Yeah.
But it was a lot harder to do. So I managed to get one on. Oh, everything were all right. Uploaded it and everything. Blank screens. Oh, fuck me, it was just audio. I'm like, I'll leave it on. I'll try and make it into a podcast. But then I got someone say, oh, what's this? TYKES TV's gone downhill. It's fucking shit. I'm like, don't be put off with it. Just do it. So I read it again. And then it took off. And then Luke Goddard, he was doing some stuff. But then his acting career was taking off. So he couldn't invest time and then go. Because obviously a lot of people blame Luke Goddard about this Conway art and everything like that at Garrison and stuff, and it wasn't him, but he was getting threats, so he started going to football games. He used to go,
Really? What a
mate.
fucking disgrace, man.
He used to go with his dad in West End. I could see him when I went to the game. I could see him on my left hand side because I'm in front of the left hand side, and I think the only game he's been to recently when we were in Cup away at Man U, and he went there. He's never been back to Oakwell because he used to be walking up Grove Street and like, oh, it's fucking, just getting abuse. I'm not putting it through my son, I'm not putting it through my dad. And it was like, that's bad. That's bad.
It's fucking silly, isn't it?
Yeah, that's bad.
It is silly.
So then I just like took TYKES TV over. Last year, I just took a break away from it because I had my own issues with my parents and stuff like that, my work issues. And my head was fried. I had Ryan on. Ryan, great kid. Ryan with bearded tyke. I mean, I'm glad he's doing his own thing because he said I wanted to match previews and that. I said I ain't got time. I was working regular nights. I've since changed job, but it was good that he was doing his own thing as well. And thought, well, that's another content creator, so that's something else to do. So it was good. I'm glad he's got that up and running as well. Like Ryan, he's a good kid. Like
he is a good kid.
He is a very good kid. I've got a lot of time for Ryan.
Yeah, really good kid.
So that's how it all started then.
Yeah.
Started off with blank screens.
Literally a blank screen and audio.
Do you know when you get them sort of comments that's like, oh, it's gone downhill, it's like, you do it then.
Yeah.
You do it.
And I thought, well, to be fair, when that comment started, I was like, do you know what? I'll fucking show you now. And I went out and I thought, what else can I do? I've had Nathan. This one I had, and I got Nick Eden on when they were in Jamaica, training kids in Jamaica. I had Nathan Jarman on. He was training non-league, and I tried with other players. Some players wanted to do it, but the agents won't let him. Ashley Ward, he was very close to coming on, but he said, no, sorry, I can't do it. So I'm like, well, fair enough. But then we've just been on about this and all affair. Khalid at club, he reached out and we're on about content creators. And he saw it as a plus. He took me, I mean, it was only a couple of seasons ago, so what? I'd have been like late 40s, early 50s. And he was like, oh, Neil, can you come through? I went, yeah, what's up, like? We're going to do a presentation. You can interview me if you want. I want to plug this sponsor, Brewdog beer.
Oh, yeah.
Beer, right? So I'm like, I say this, like, you've got your own people there. I went, no, it's just free publicity for you, and it's good for the club, because we're reaching out to fans. So I'm like, I love that. Kit and caboodle, all goes there. Andy White's always there. Hey, up Neil, all right, mate? Yeah. No, I've known Andy for years, like. I'm Khalid's PR man, like, but I've got to make sure that what he says to you and what questions you ask him, that it's all right and he can't make out up and get it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I understand that.
How much was Obby paid?
Yeah. Back check, just put it blank, like, I'll sort it out. So walks in and all pass and everything, and I'm like a kid in a sweet shop here. I'm like, behind the scenes here, there's canteen, bit players are, there's tactical rooms, and I'm like, it's all right, this. So we goes in Khalid's room, and he's got all pictured up as you do with signed shirts and everything. Sat down, watered, yeah. So we got to interviewing him, and everything was so relaxed. I saw Riddy as well, Chris Ridyard. He was set up and interviewed him about a few times. And I come out and thought, I mean, it probably all changed a bit like now because we're doing it up. But walked past office and what I call the data analysis team in there. And I just saw blinds go whoosh, like that. So I walked past, whoosh, blinds went. I walked out and Khalid went, they're just in a meeting. Well, I'm trying to take notes down here. What player after?
Might need to get a fucking mind. Put mine's down more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so when Khalid reached out, and I thought, he must be going in the right direction, this. And then it started to progress, and, Ryan came out. I said, does anybody new want to come onto your channel? I thought, some people might be a bit scared or, well, I like to talk, but I'm not. And Ryan went, yeah, I'll give it a go. So I interviewed Ryan, and Ryan, I said, I sound, mate. He says, do you mind if I come on again? No. So then I tried to rotate it and stuff like that. And I think if you try to come up with something different, because sometimes people say, you're copying what they're doing. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's old news. We've already heard that. Why am I doing that for? So that's why I tried going in different, like a live.
Yeah.
It's hard to do because you don't know what's going to come up with comments.
Oh, I'll be getting cancelled, mate.
On this podcast, I've only done one live watch along. It was Cardiff away last season.
Yeah.
Chose the worst day to do. Honestly, it was a nightmare. I respect you for doing them.
Yeah, it is. And you literally don't know the flow in it, how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because I always say it's not scripted. I always say it depends what comes in comments.
Yeah.
Because I think if you script it how it is, it's like I'm telling them what I need them to hear. I'm not listening to them. So if they come up and say, well, I've heard that so-and-so's coming. Oh, we've heard that from him. Well, if he's going to come in, would you drop for that? So then they fire back from it. So I'm thinking, well, they're engaged now. So that's good for the programme because if they won't engage, I'd be sat there thinking, after this player,
fight.
I don't know what after, like. It's like, turn off.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it is weird. So,
I know what you mean.
And I always say end at show, sometimes it could be 40 minutes, sometimes it could be an hour and a half. It just depends how it's going. And I always say, thanks for joining in and taking your time out. Because they're sat there watching me and thinking, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
Or what's he and Ryan talking about? Or whatever. I've got on show. But if it weren't for them watching and commenting, it wouldn't be a show without them.
Yeah.
So they're as much as an audience and part of the show as me. Like.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're doing it better. I watched the other one a couple of nights ago with them two lads. I can't remember who they were. I can't remember what the names were. Talking about signings and whatnot.
Oh yeah, well, I had a guest on who didn't want to give his identity away, so I had to turn his camera off.
Yeah.
But Andy Sage, who does in the red corner.
That's it, Andy.
I'm just trying to think who else I had on. Hell, it were only overnight, I know. Tom Bransford, yeah. I met him at some of his fan forums, and Tom's a great kid as well. He's really knowledgeable about football, but he's a bit shy. So when I've seen him at these fans forums when I used to go, he always used to come up and said, it's Neil from TYKES TV. And he says, yeah, can I shake your hands? Yeah, of course you can, yeah. He went, I'd love to come on, but I'm a bit I don't know how I'm going to come across. And I think we did it wasn't live, we did a recording and we put it out there, and someone come at, I was my Uncle Nobby comes in comment, oh, who's this new kid like? He's talking like a robot. So I just fired back. I said, well, is it balls to do it? And then if you didn't want to come on, then what you on about him for?
Yeah.
And then I think Tom must have seen that, and he was a bit like, I'll come on when it's. I'm not putting you under pressure, mate. And then now I started to, get a bit more into it. And like, oh, I'm looking forward to it. And we said, oh, well, yeah, fine, no problem.
It's a process with all of this, isn't it? I mean, you'll look at yourself, and when you first started making content, to now we look at ourselves, and
I look at myself and think, what a gimp.
I look at that thinking, I want as bad as that. With that me talking, mate.
I didn't watch our first episodes.
No, I don't either, to be honest. I can remember the first episode with Paul that's on live now, and I just think, why did I say that? What am I doing? The questions are so...
If we blow up, you're getting screwed for that.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't believe shit I say half the time anyway. Half the stuff I say nowadays is bullshit to just get some fucking clicks on that.
I always say, fair play to anybody who has the balls to give it a go.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it is an hard thing. People think, oh, you just sat in front of a camera doing what you do in pub, but having that camera there, knowing that these people are watching you, it can be very anxious situation for you, and it's very exposing.
Yeah.
So like, fair play to anybody who has the balls just to go, I'm going to give it a go. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but at least you give it a go, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, young Caleb, Granty's lad.
Yeah.
He come on a couple of years ago, and only a young kid. I had Jacob on. Jacob, Peterborough fan, and he suffers with autism, and 11-year-old, 12-year-old, and he reached out to us on Twitter. Twitter's great, isn't it? Well, X now, but Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah,
I don't know.
And Twitter, and he reached out and he went, oh, would you mind if we do a season preview? I went, no, I don't mind. So I get this message from someone called Kerry Craig. I'm like, he says, oh, it's Jacob's mum. I went, oh, how old your son? He says, 11-year-old. He says, but he's been pestering, he wants to come on. He likes football mad. I went, yeah, that's fine. I says, I don't know. He says, well, Barnsley playing Peterborough, wants to do a video if you can, if you talk. I went, yeah. So I kind of related it back to my kids when they were 11 and that age kind of thing. I'm thinking, how do you talk to? I don't want to talk down to him because you don't want to make him feel, look, I know football, probably knows more than me. And it turned out he did. He really knew the transfers in League One. I'm like, I didn't even know he'd shifted, between Fleetwood and Morecambe.
Yeah.
So I interviewed him and it flew. And when I did a couple of seasons with him, I kind of knew his little traits where he got a bit nervous. So where he sat here everything's Peterborough behind him. It's like Peterborough shirts, scarves and everything. But his mum and dad are Tottenham fans.
Right.
For some reason.
What a weird dynamic.
Weird.
That makes no sense.
That's Peterborough. No, support Tottenham. Oh, go off on Peterborough. Fair play to you. League One. No VAR. Stop in EFL. And I always kind of knew when he were getting a bit nervous or he were getting a bit apprehensive because he was like, I was sat with a thing and he's like the little tapping on thing. It's like, right now it's time to move the question on because he's getting a bit uncomfortable. So I'd like just flip in and say, Raven, what's score prediction going to be? I went, I'm going for, like I said, 2-1 Barnes because I want Barnes to win. I says, what's Peterborough? And then it kind of broke him out and it went into another role. Yeah. And I thought, that's fine. So he was in his comfort zone. And we did that. We did a season preview. He says, well, we'll find out where Barnsley are going to finish in league and Peterborough and this over. And we want a million miles away. So we literally started from relegation all the way to the top. And I'm like, and his name of his team, I'm like, I forgot about them, yeah. So you have to do it. And I think 11-year-old.
We've just done a full Premier League to National League. It's like, fucking hell, Morecambe are not even in it.
Mind blowing.
It's like, because I follow football up and down. I know, you know what I mean? I know most of it.
Yeah.
But some teams, even I'm just like, fucking hell, yeah. He just went, Hornchurch. Who are they?
Yeah, scary. But that's like, kids at school and the mad football, mad. I suppose when I look back to when I was their age, you won't, you go collecting this, collecting that, and it's like you proper know your players.
These kids now have got the beauty of access to everything, haven't they? So if they're obsessed as we were when we were kids, we'd be saying we'd know every transfer, everything.
I'd be watching Rochdale Morecambe on a Sunday night if I could when I was a kid. I do now, so I know I'm sad.
No Sky TV then. FA Cup draw, get BBC Radio 5 on.
CFAX.
Results.
Let's go and roll. Well, watch it all the way around again now.
Old teletext.
So when I was 14, I think I was 14, 2010, when Barnsley Player were a thing, I used to watch every single match in full. So when it had come out, I'd just watch it every day, like of the week, and just listen to the commentary. Like Matt Bailey, I think it was.
Matt Bailey,
And I just used to watch it, and I'd listen out for because I'd tweet him and that, and I'd listen out for my name, and I'm like thinking back, like sad fuck. But when they read my name out, I felt like a celebrity.
Yes, I
At
think.
like 13.
Bit of a left to field shout here. This is a bit off topic, maybe, but could we get Matt Bailey on pod?
Just chill out, mate.
No, I haven't thought about it before.
Do you know what?
He'd be a really good guest to have, actually.
Yeah, I tried getting him on TYKES TV, but at the time, I don't know if he signed no disclaimer forms because I know they got short, didn't they? And they were actively looking to get involved back into the commentary side in it, whether he worked in another club or not, I don't know.
No, he something happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And he tweeted about something,
Yeah.
and I think he got booed. And it was just like, fuck him then.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, he got made a scapegoat for something where it wasn't even his fault.
No.
And I remember Matt Bailey, I don't know if you can remember this, Altwell 1575 radio.
No, I can't remember that.
Yeah, it used to be on 1575 AM.
That didn't last for long, did
It
it?
didn't know because I co-involved in Barnsley's own radio. I'm like, Barnsley's got to be on radio at 1575 AM. And you were like, on AM, so it's like, I've got it. They were like proper crackling, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Barnsley's
I
got
used to
their
do
own
that and then hear Adrian Durham's voice and think, fuck that.
thing. Not again. I'll shank you.
I just listen out for Alan Brazil and then I'd turn it off.
Yeah.
We'll move on this season. I'm not going to do last season because we've done that and I'm depressed as it is.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It
Last
doesn't
year.
exist. Parallel universe doesn't exist.
Last 3 years don't exist, to be honest. in my
Yeah,
eyes.
it's been a nightmare, hasn't it?
Although I love Darryl Clark. I'm going to say that. I loved him. And I think it was really hard done. But and I think if we got strikers in there, we'd have got playoffs.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me like that.
I'm not saying anything.
I think it was a weird in Neil Collins went as well.
It's been a weird 3 years.
I mean, a thing with that as well. I got Adam Oxley phoned me up. He went, "Oh Neil, can you come through to Blackpool?" I went, "I'm already at Blackpool because spent the weekend being like, having a few lemonades as you do."
Yeah.
And he went, "Oh, Daniel Nardiello is getting back where he can't make it for commentary because he used to play Barnsley obviously at Blackpool. Would you be up for it?" I'm like, yeah, I'll be up for this, like Radio Sheffield. I went in there, and to be fair, I remember it was Neil Collins' last game. I didn't know this at the time. It was so surreal. This, and it was weird.
I was at the game. Yeah, I was at the game.
And it was weird. We called up, people in fancy dress and everybody, and I was supposed to go in fancy dress. My son and his mate and back with her. But I'm up in commentary and I can see my son, his Super Mario down here. Like, Super Mario, wait a minute, it was that. I'm like, oh, it's my son. Adam Oxley going, all right. But after the game, it says, oh, we're going to go around and interview Neil Collins. So I walked all the way around pitch, goes into this little, I'm on about little, probably 8 foot by 6 foot, little media room at Blackpool. So there's Sky doing their bit thing, like, BBC Radio, Sheffield, I'm Oxley. Oh, Neil, how do you think game went on? He's going, yeah, disappointed, we should have done this, we should have done that, blah, blah, blah. We've made changes and this and other, but we're still in me a shout, like, we're still, there at playoffs. We're still not out in it mathematically. Doug O'Kane had his walk back. And Adam said, how do you think he was? I said, it's a bit downbeat. That Saturday, I think come Monday, Neil Collins is gone. I'm like,
I think we knew, didn't we, reception he got from fans as well that game.
Well, boy him up there, I'm like, oh, Jesus.
It was violent.
Yeah.
Even like I said beforehand, even when we won 7-0.
Yeah,
it was still weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The atmosphere was straight. If we'd have won 7-0, I'd have been walking around stark bollock naked.
Yeah.
I'd have been living life. Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
that's a warning for your Reds players. If we get to 6-0, stop.
Yeah. No, but you get the
don't push
point.
it
Like, there's like, I were up there. I were absolutely in heaven, and it was just a weird atmosphere.
I saw Neil Collins in Starbucks and I got a photo of him and it was sound. And he's saying, I really want to settle down here. I've got it on my phone. He says, I want to settle down in Barnsley and stuff like that because he moved from over pond, didn't he? Come over from America with family.
US, yeah.
I think he's back over there now.
Yeah, he's gone back over. Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I think, what it Falkirk, something like that, and Ben has gone back over there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I felt sorry for the bloke because I thought, well, you've got into playoffs, and then you've just got bought. I'm like, at least let him see it out
Yeah.
I think it was
I
respect
felt
more than anything.
Do
I
you
think
know
it
the
was
thing
so
is?
boring to watch, weren't it?
Yeah.
We had this debate last season, didn't we?
Yeah.
About would you accept more entertainment for less results, or would you accept boring for? We had this debate last season. And I think Barnsley fans actually prefer to finish lower down table but be entertained.
Yeah.
But they don't, because look at them now.
Look now and where we are.
It's a very odd situation. I mean, the toxicity when the club posted that sign a striker thing, I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
I found that hilarious.
It's funny, but what happened?
But I get it.
Bang.
I get it. I did
get
get it. And the backlash were unreal, and I'm thinking, just let the media team have a laugh. What makes me giggle is when the media team, they've really been trying this season.
Yeah,
But it's like, sign some players. Like the media team are responsible to sign a fucking player.
Yeah.
They're just doing the job.
I will say I've openly criticised our Fleming media team in the past because I thought it was below par. But fair play this season.
They're doing really well this year.
Apart from your radio fucking announcement with the weather and shit, like that were terrible. But they were funny. You got people talking. Fair play.
But I just don't get it. It's like they're not responsible for signings, lads. Just forget Rubik's Cube, sign a striker. It's like, lads,
we're trying to show you another side of
come on.
Club, aren't we? We're trying to show you a bit of that human side of
But I suppose that's where we're at with toxic.
I was talking about this the other day. The one thing I've noticed, do you remember during COVID when we had loads of access? And like prior to that with Stendhal as well, we had quite a lot of access. When fans feel like they know who the players are and they like them, they like their personalities, they're more likely to give them leeway when they have a bad game.
Do you remember?
Buy into it kind of thing.
Do you remember Flicker's days when we stayed up and they did pitch to dressing room after every game?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Because you could see them having a good time, and it was like, that's what I want again.
Yeah.
That sort of content, pitch to dressing room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, stop out at dressing room. I don't want to see him in showered, but you could feel, you felt part of it. You felt like, I'm a proper fan now. I'm in it. I'm in there with him.
I think that's what's missed for a fair few years, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's like this disconnect where it's been, and I don't know why, because, like I said, there's enough people out there who love Barnsley, the content creators, use them, utilise them, make them, for me, they've got their own media team, so we're not going to be privy to it all, but I'm in a chat with content creators on WhatsApp with Lewis Robinson, and he's a great kid, and last season he come through, it reached his heart, a message, he went, content creators come here, but we've got a new auction, the red shirt, would you be able to preview this, get it on your back wall and stuff like that, and I'm like, give you a free shirt, and signed thing from Conor Uran. Thanks a lot for your hard work and dedication. Hope we do you proud in this red shirt. I'm like, this is what
we're missing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like you
We've
buy
said
into
it openly, haven't we? Like, Julianne, come on. When you visit Barnsley, let us know, and we'll come. We'll go into the club and we'll do a podcast about you, not the club. You.
Yeah.
So people feel closer to you.
She's gone quieter, but it's saying things she was getting like a load of stick and all on.
It was ridiculous.
I really don't blame her.
I still remember that fan forum moment when somebody commented. I don't know who it was.
The American.
But somebody was saying like, "You're Americanising club. You're doing this."
Yeah.
You went, "Why are you bringing your culture here?" And she's like, "I'm Australian."
Like microphone drop moment. Like proper.
She didn't say what else.
No.
She didn't have to.
I'm Australian.
Boom. It just went dead silent, and he just sat down, and I'm like, "Oh, you feel a dick now, you. I'm telling you." Because I know I would.
A weird thing, this for Julian, have you just reminded me of something. I went into club shop, finished work, I went into club shop for something, I forgot what it was. And it was evening at a game, I forgot what game it was. And she come out, she went, "Oh, hi Neil, you alright?" I went, "Yeah, fine." And she come out with this megaphone. She went, "Would you be able to?" I says, "Well, I don't know, because I go to Mount me like for a few." I'm like, "Oh, what?" Unbeknown to me, she get it granted. So granted up it stands, getting crowd going. All stewards coming down. You can't use that, this and over. Mass kicking off like. I'm like, "Well, what's going off?" So young Caelan's reached out to us. I went, "Well, get your on, let's get your side of the thing. Put it back to the club." I put a video out, and within 24 hours, I've got a press officer on, safety officer on, messaging me. We need a video call. Joe Beardshall from Red All Over. We need a meeting, a Zoom call meeting Saturday morning. Urgent, we need to get this sorted out. I'm like, do you think that's going to feel like? I want to put in, one of your board of directors, if you give us a megaphone, to get atmosphere going. And it turned out that safety officer were like, "Oh no, it's not allowed at EFL. We're not like Americanising stuff. We've got to meet all safety requirements." I thought, It's a megaphone. Yeah, but you could have been chanting obscenities after this other, but yeah, the one, we're trying to get the crowd going and singing Red songs. Yeah, but it could have been misconstrued a bit. And I'm like, it's sort of stuck in my mind back, because I'm thinking, well, if there's someone on the actually board of directors like saying, get the atmosphere going, and then safety officer says, oh no, you can't. I'm like, should you have that kind of conversation and sort it out before we get to this?
Yeah.
I mean, again, if that's lack of communication there, to fans, it breaks down to me. I'm thinking, well, are they not communicating amongst the fans? And
I don't think they do.
it's weird, mate, honest, weird.
Yeah, I can't get your face then. I'm just like, what a crock of shit. But I respected it because the stars on the shirt, that home kit, you know which one I'm on about?
Yeah.
That was
on this one,
genius, but at the same time, I get it looked shit.
Yeah.
But I get why she was trying something different. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was marketing, it was genius.
Yeah. Americans were talking about us. When has American cared about us?
Yeah.
US Mobile, we had that on there. And it's
we went viral on social media for a week when that kit dropped.
Yeah.
You know,
when I saw so many comments on X saying, why are US Mobile sponsoring us? I'm like, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
More money.
Yeah.
Into the club. Do you want better players or not?
Yeah.
The X thing were a fucking shambles. I get why
DX,
they got stick for that.
Yeah, but you look at that social when they went on fire.
Yeah.
Publicity bad in wrong way, but again, back with communication. Why won't it sorted? And I'm thinking, why won't this sorted out then? If we know as fans what it meant over the crypto thing, why haven't they picked up here?
I think they've gone bust now as well, that X thing.
They'd be mad to.
Yeah.
Well, one of them, whichever way.
Yeah, it's like biggest gold bar in the world or something, didn't it? Or diamond or whatever it was. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
We'll all collect gold here.
Yeah.
Gold plated does, mate. But this season.
This season,
we're going to move on to this season. Because I want to hear you.
On the other end of the camera, you said it 10 minutes ago. Come on.
Get a wiggle on, mate.
Yeah, so this season, how do you think it's going?
0 games.
I think
transfer window.
Transfer window. There's a lot of concern, I think, rightly so, because it's been I don't think it's been it, has it? You know, with Dizzy going, Keeler done.
Yeah.
You know, and Phillips, big massive chunk of goal contribution there. And you look at the player that's coming up to now. Exciting young prospects, I said they are young kids, because apart from McGeehan, who's been there, done that. Is there anybody else that you can really say is going to really dig into trenches here? I don't know.
Noslin for me. I like
Noslin. Yeah, Noslin's a good.
But again, it's a gamble, isn't it?
It is an FM thing, that though.
Sam Gale. Yeah. I like Sam Gale. Got good reviews at Gillingham.
He were on highlights as well, but I remember their striker Wiggins went through and goal and had about 5 yards on him, caught him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that was in second half as well.
This is the only thing I worry about, though. Very young again. We do need. I think you're right. We do need that Cam McGeehan at centre back as well, don't we?
Do you know what? The more the pre-season's gone on, I didn't say this at first, but I think we probably should do it. Should probably get another centre back in who was a bit older. Yeah. Do you know, like Harold was Sol Barrett now.
He was 31-ish.
Maybe just turning 30. I think we need a signing.
Not going to play every game, but he's going to be there when needed, and a bit of impact around. I mean, for me, I love James Norwood.
Yeah.
Because what did he bring to people out training as well? That bit of arm around shoulder, a bit of camaraderie, and a bit of.
It's not even it's off the pitch as well, because I remember seeing Norwood. All players used to call him like Dad, didn't they? Yeah. And like Fleming, he'd take him out to like Manchester on nights out and stuff. And as much as you might think, you should be training, like that's massive because that team was so together.
That's why I really good we didn't sign Bradshaw on a permanent. I know he's 34, but he'll teach him these little movements, and he can still run. He's not going to score 20 a season, but he'll terrify defenders, especially in League One. I mean, he's in League Two now, and I think he'll get 15.
It was quite interesting. Rotherham signed him since he tore him a new arsehole.
I was fine. I'm like, I was going to Rotherham. I wonder why. Want to play for us, not against us.
But I think he could have done a job for us just for a season, maybe a season or two, just to, because I like Leo Farrell, and I think he could be a really good player, but he is 21.
I just thought we done burn him out.
Yeah.
That's my only worry about.
And it's turning to that point where at 2021, 22, you need to have a season where you're on fire, where you start firing a little bit. I remember, what's his name? Can't remember his name now. And he turned 21, 22. Fabio Jello. Why did I not remember his name?
Oh, Jello.
And he's turning that age, and it's like people are starting to forget now.
Frustrating.
There's Luke Holker coming in.
Frustrating play for me.
And it's like, come on.
It were interesting with the clip we posted on TikTok the other day.
Yeah.
I put the tagline in there, is it make or break this season for Jallo?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
I think it will be, because you couldn't. I mean, we loaned him out to Alderman, didn't you? We won't get even in their squad.
We put a little TikTok out, didn't we? Or a poll, I can't remember. To Oldham fans to ask them what, and they all said fitness.
Yeah.
It's not there.
He had that tumble, didn't he, with his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then not long after he come back, he had another tumble on his shoulder. And since that, I mean, I'm somebody to talk like, put a bit of weight on, but from that, he's never been the same player. And I look at him, I feel sorry for Jallo, because when he was here and he was going to do something, Portuguese, all these clubs were so interested in him. And it was like, all of a sudden, like now, have a burn him out, high expectations. I don't know. And it's a bit like Eddie Marsh, Jasper Moon, other players. I think expectations were massive.
No, Lazarus.
Yeah.
Exactly
Situation under Simon Davey, I remember that. Yeah.
Mark Robbins played him at Millwall and he scored that 20-yard scream, a 30-yard screamer in his first game.
Yeah.
And Keith Hill just played him, just drilled him into the ground, and it was like, oh, he's going to be the next big thing. And I'm like, he's 16.
Yeah.
16.
Unfair. Yeah.
Just leave him alone. And I remember Jello when he joined, was he 17?
Yeah,
16, 17?
Yeah.
And I saw like next big thing, and I'm like, boy, he's just fucking let him.
We need to protect these
Let him
young
develop him. Yeah,
this is why I want a couple of more experienced players, because we need that protection for him.
Yeah.
You've been saying last season, aren't you, with Bland?
Yeah.
As much as he's a good player, we need a taking heart at times.
Yeah.
You can't
Bland.
rely on these young players all season, because they are going to make mistakes, and they're more likely when they're young as well, if fans are getting on the back because they've had 3 or 4 bad games, to wilt under pressure.
Matt Anderson, what's him? For me, COVID come at right time for Anderson, because fans were getting on Anderson's back, so making mistakes, and through COVID, played better without fans on his back, and he turned out to be a better player.
Solid come in and just
that was something I was going to say earlier, about experienced centre back. Yeah. Look how much Anderson came on when Solbauer came in.
Yeah.
And
all it takes is that one signing. And obviously, I get the point of, I've got neighbours at it now. All it takes is one older head. O'Connell, I don't think, that head that I think I would be looking for. You need somebody like a Solbauer who's going to come in and grab it by its scruff.
I think he was like a stopgap, wasn't he? I think he was one of them we had to, because Roberts was. I knew Roberts was going to come in for Connor, and we knew about Roberts either going to last or not going to last.
Yeah.
And when he wasn't in, you could definitely tell it back when he wasn't in.
Yeah.
Because we're playing Sheffield here or Earl here, we're flipping and flopping about. I'm like,
yeah,
we haven't got no consistency back. I'm not being funny, and as me and probably you as fans, you see 2 centre backs and you can tell the difference between chalk and cheese if they've been playing best part of the season together, because they've got that understanding.
Yeah.
You're chipping and offside, but putting their hands up for offside and moving up, because they don't even know where Hillsby or Sheffield.
Yeah.
But I think you need that, not just on there, but like up front. And like with transfers, like you're on about for this season coming up, transfers, it's like I still think we need a couple of older heads in there.
Yeah. I think last season we overtrained at back, and that's why they were making so much. They're panicking.
Yeah.
Trying to remember everything that he's telling them, and it's like, stop across and edit. Stop trying to play it out front back as well. What I found against Wigan, we weren't trying to play it out front back. We were just getting it out in Rose Ed. We weren't pissing about with it. You don't need to try and play out front back every time. Hit it forward. Our goal, when we scored, if I remember right, I can't actually remember now, were it a ping across middle?
Yeah, I can't remember now.
I can't remember now. How can I not remember?
It was Cleary,
wasn't it? Come on. Yeah, he pinged it out to left-hand side, and Cleary fucking did his magic and crossed it. And it's like, you don't have to pass it round to try and,
it's a simple
get a
ball
goal.
rather than
Simple
Stendhal
ball.
doesn't like that anyway, does he?
No.
Stendhal's similar to us with this. He wants it into his creative players as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Shepherd,
makes sense.
Shepherd especially last season, were fucked with too much.
Yeah.
He's not left back for a start. And why are we trying to get him a ball playing centre back when he's no nonsense really? He's an edit and kick it like sort of player.
I think he has the ability. Yeah, I've seen in his first game for Barnsley, the big thing I noticed about him was like, this kid can pass a ball. But it's when you're under that pressure constantly and you're a young lad,
But he's 25.
Yeah.
He should be coming into his prime.
I class Shep as a young lad because he's only been professional for 2 years, 3 years.
If you get Ponte Collier's, he had that good season. I mean, Bradford were raving about him. And then when it comes to us, and that was one thing with me, with Richard Keogh, defensive player, you think, I thought we'd have been a lot more better at bat, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree.
But it was like, God.
Right, this season.
this season.
So for me, looking at it, I'd probably go a 6 out of 10 now at the minute for foot window.
We're avoiding the 8, yeah? I'm just going to kill us.
So, did you see that? My prediction in January, I said 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Oh, I got some fucking shit.
All season.
I stick by it because I think we're only a strike away. You know what I mean? I stick by that. But this season, it's a 6 so far. The players we've signed, I am excited because they do look good when they're on fire. But they're still young and they're going to be inconsistent. I've said... in my last video, we needed probably 3, a left back, and a centre forward and a winger. I'd probably say a centre back now, and probably a centre mid on loan if Yoga's going to be out and if Connell does go.
Yeah,
I've heard Connell's not going and he's not for sale, so that's nice.
I keep looking at this. PFA run that free agent pre-season camp. Yeah. I keep looking at list of players on there, and I'm like, you know what? Why couldn't we? Yeah, I mean, Tenai Watson's back in there, but list of players, I think it's surely 1 or 2 of them would be willing to come.
Invited for a trial or something and just see what you like.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to that point now. It's 2 weeks away from end of winter. Get some, I understand. And the domino effect in Premier League, it hasn't really started. It's been a weird winter all over. Nothing's really... There hasn't been that £100 million player that's been signed.
I think World Cup like this summer, we didn't the World Cup, and then I think with World Cup like being delayed, saying, Premier League's going to start, but I think once Premier League start finalising their squads, they'll probably be like, we can go.
Well, I think it's interesting. There's been a bit of a knock-on effect, hasn't there, since Chelsea have put a deadline on Enzo Fernandez.
Oh yeah.
Everybody all of a sudden has started going shit.
Yeah,
all right, we need to sign players.
Yeah, but I think the loan players, I think we're what we're waiting for. To get a couple of loans in from Premier League clubs, and I think you're right. Once they've got the squads in, they'll know who's going. One thing I saw today is it Caden Gordon from Liverpool? They're happy for him to leave.
Yeah,
it's a winger. He looks all right, to be fair. I won't be mad at that signing, but I've said for fan base to start getting back up and getting to that point that we're excited. We need that signing that makes us go, all right then.
Yeah,
let's have this then. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think we've really had that yet.
No.
We've had the signings that have made it go, fair.
Yeah, potential there.
But we haven't had that signing that makes us go, fuck, get in. Do you know what I mean? That sort of signing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it needs to get the season going.
I think it needs it.
I understand the fans' frustration as well, because we have got, on paper, it looks like quite a favourable start to the season. I mean, Bromley is going to be a challenge at the weekend, don't get me wrong. But I understand why there was a call on Radio Sheffield the other day, weren't there, with a fan? I saw it on social media, urgency.
Oh, yeah.
I get it a little bit.
Yeah.
I get it. You were a bit over-emotional for me, but I get it.
All fans are.
Yeah. And I think with fans like that and like what we're on about here, we're on about that experience, that older heads, just for like the amount of youngins here. And when you hear like Radio Sheffield and other outlets and other content creators, they're all saying the same. It's like, yeah, it is a young squad. What's he got available? And Stendhal, he can work wonders. And I saw, I don't know if you saw it as well, Stendhal's interview before the Wigan game, and I could tell a bit of frustration, as if to say, players we've got here have not all them up to speed, and I'm still wanting this, and I'm thinking, God, I'm hoping he's going to come in a bit more like chipper here, and say, do you know what's gone well in pre-season, and I'm happy with things, but I'm thinking, he's wanted to get some of, and I think, I saw that and I'm thinking, do you know what? He's not 100% yet.
Has he done his press conference today yet?
Yeah. He did it this afternoon, which was a bit weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I normally watch it like mid-afternoon and that, but he hadn't done it. But when I came out, I just saw, it's uploaded, I'll watch it a bit later.
He's apparently said he doesn't know if we're signing anybody, and it's like, if he's not confident, it's not going to put it onto fans, but... They do need to start pulling finger out a little bit. That's me saying that. Who's the most positive person on this platform.
I'm going to say this for legal reasons. This is my own opinion. But we seem to have an issue with a couple of staff members in our board of struggling to get deals over the line. I don't think we've been short of players wanting to come. I think it's getting them deals over the line, and I think it's a little bit of arrogance in a couple of the members. that,
Care to name who?
like I said, for legal reasons, this is my opinion.
But I do believe.
We have a bit more exposure this season, Reece. I can't go as hard as I used to.
Oh,
Where do you sit in what stand? Oh, there it is. Get cameras on him. Season ticket gone. But I think we need to pull us out. We need to pull us head out of ours.
yeah. It feels like we can't get deals up at line quicker than other clubs, and I don't know why. Is it to save that $100,000? And if it is, come on.
I mean, I look at that as well, and you've a good point, babe, for your opinion, legal reasons and that. But on about getting deals done, I'll go back to Keeler Dunn. How much it went this way and that way. You got to mean this by accident. It went backwards and forwards. I think we're going to miss out here. And I were at one point thinking we're not going to meet their requirement, and if we don't, that's the stubbornness of this board, and we're not meeting an extra $50,000 or $100,000. We're on about Football Manager, and look what he did by just doing that. Plus what fee we got for him, and what potential selling fees we could get for him. And sometimes you've got to spend a bit of money. Not every player like a race clear, you're going to get a couple of million for him if that's wrong with right. You look at Solbauer, you look at Mad Anderson, 750,000, but he went on Morris, we bought from Walsall for about 500,000, but we're sold to Luton. Yeah, you know what I mean. So sometimes you got to spend a couple $100,000 or 500,000. Sometimes not all the time.
Do you know the thing is? I was looking at it as highest paid fees for the last 10 years. And one of the highest ones were Patrick Smith, 1.2 million.
Yeah, I can't believe we spent 1.2 million on Patrick Smith.
Yeah, but he kept us up.
He did. I love him for that.
Yeah. But like Matt Swatter scored in goal against Sheff Wednesday. Yeah, apart from that. it's like you remember him for that moment, don't you? Stuff like that.
Yeah. But we've spent fees on players that I just think... The one thing that... I can't remember who put it up, but there's been a few fans say it anyway. We're getting these big fees in, and it's all in instalments. That's football. Yeah. That is football. But what we need to be doing is spending $1 million of that, $2 million of that on the next player that replaces that player, and then selling that player for not 5 million, but 8 million.
Yeah.
And then spending 2 or 3 million on the next player. That sort of model works.
Yeah.
It's not Football Manager though. You can't always get them right.
Yeah.
And I get why. So this season we've spent quite a bit of money, to be fair, over $1 million from what fees have been reported, that, not from Doug O'Kane or like that, but what I've heard. And it's like 400,000 on Sam Gale, 500,000 on Noslin, and it's like, we're spending money, boys.
Yeah.
Do you know what
I
I mean?
don't say it's undisclosed, but you always was aware of me.
We're here, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's like, there's probably I've thought we need to get fans back on side here.
Yeah.
Spend a bit of money.
Yeah.
And, if Cleary's fee is 6 million, that's some good business.
Yeah.
That is our model. But they need to spend $1 million, $2 million of that on, say, the next Cleary, who's going to hit the ground running and not have to be, wait
to train and stuff. I mean, one thing near I've, and probably the rest of things I've got on board with now is actually playing hardball. Like Liam Kitchen. Oh, he's not going for less than 4.5 million. Oh, we kept going back and Nearhav's going, no, 4.5 million. Until you meet this, he's not going anywhere. So fair play to him for that, and I think this has been long overdue. Because before we've gone for peanuts, and I'm like, they've let the contract run out. I'm like, you could have got a fee for him. Yeah, but if you keep him for at a stage at season, he could score the X amount, and prime example would have been take call.
Yeah.
I remember going down to Wigan game under, was it Michael Duff? I think it was Michael Duff or Neil Collins. One of them, and we've gone down to Wickham, and we're coming out and we're seeing all players go. Devante Cole walked straight past team coach, got into Andy Cole's father's car, and went to Riddy because he was coming out with all TV things, so player analysis liaison officer. I went, Devante's going. He says, he does that majority of the time when his dad's here. Very rarely comes on team coach. I went, why? He went, and I thought, back of my mind, I'm thinking, he thinks he's Billy Big Bollocks and too better for this. And from then on, I'm thinking, we should have cashed him on him in January, rather than say, well, he could score his X amount of goals to get us in playoffs. I'm like, I'd rather not have a player like that. I'd rather have not a player like that in the dressing room, because he thinks he's better than anybody. Yeah. I'd want out.
Yeah.
No matter if he scored me another 5-6 goals, I'd want him out, because what is he doing?
I think they have learned from that, because Stendhal said in his first interview, didn't he? He said one of the main requirements of players is I want players who want to be here.
Yeah, that's why they play paddle, and I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's team bonding, isn't it? It's like that togetherness what's been missing.
Yeah, 100%.
What rating would you give transfer window so far?
Me, I'd give it a 7.
Really?
I'd say about 6.5, 7, but I'd say 7 because I just think we're a couple of players away from it.
Yeah.
One thing they have done is got to show a lot of. I said Deadwood, it's a bit unfair, but a lot of players rather just let them go. We can't keep older players just for sentimental reasons. Or it might do alright. If you said we'll give him a tour for 12 months. Ben's somewhat saying we were injured all the time, but we'll extend it by another 12 months. From like he didn't bring out the table for us. We were injured, but it's cost X amount of thousands.
Yeah,
and they got short. That could have gone on to a better player, but another player. What we might have been able to develop for that season, but we're right off air. We're not Premier League. You haven't got vast amounts on wage bill. So what wage bill we have got, you've got to try and make use of it best you can. Oh well, we'll keep older on about Jello, make or break this season. How often can we keep doing that and say it could go and get someone else in? Or,
that was like Eddie Marsh situation.
Yeah,
It was like, are you going to hit or not?
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, just let him go then.
Yeah, he's chancing it all over that,
and a year. He got to 22 and it's like, he hadn't had a good season where he's played 30, 40 games.
No.
And you need that. And I watched Darryl Clark's episode with Tranmere's podcast today. I'd recommend it. Good watch.
No.
And he spoke about, he says, you're not a professional football player until you've played 100 games for me. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. That's
right.
Really good point. And he says there's a lot of players who think they've made it when they've played 20 games because they're on $3,000 a week. And it's like, you're not, you're still shit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right. Yeah,
you know,
right.
these young lads think, because they're on $1,000, $2,000 a week, they think, I just go out party and I'm set for life. And it's like, yeah, but you're not when you're going out all the time and buying
You're not
cars
set for life on $2,000 a week.
You're
anyway.
not.
No.
You're not. Where do you think we'll finish this season, mate?
Do you know what I did when I did live overnight? We were on about this and with guests, and I went, and someone like saying, "Oh, we should be pushing for top 6," and I'm like, "No," and I said, "Do you know what?" I said, "I'd be happy with finishing top 10, as long as we actually played with some kind of intent and I could see what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
And if we're a couple of points from playoffs, get it go. But don't be pinning your hopes on going for top 6 and be disappointed because I think." But what Stendhal's had to do and what he's still doing now with players and trying to get his structure in place, and he's often admitted this, that he hasn't got everything sorted out yet. He still needs time. And I'm thinking, I don't want it to be a situation where come December or we're 10th or 11th and we're 10 points off at playoffs. I'm like, oh God, shit, he don't know what he's doing this, so we need another manager.
Yeah.
And what's he going to do? He's going to come in, maybe magic wand, and also we're going to get promoted? No. I think Stendhal needs about another 2 transfer winners, if I'm being honest, at least.
Yeah.
And then probably judge him on, beginning or mid next season. But for this season, I say I'll go for top 10. If we lose with dignity and we don't roll over and have his belly tickled and heads go down. Yeah. As long as we get it as all, and I can come away from the game and say, do you know what, we're unlucky here because we should have done that. We were lucky not to get a draw. Yeah. It was like one of them.
I actually said, it's along your lines, I actually said I care more about having a positive goal difference this season than I do how points we get.
Yeah, I fully agree. Yeah, I remember a season when we played Charlton and we lost 6-0 at home and players got clapped off because we get it a go. Yeah. We just got beat. Yeah. And it one of them where everything went in. Yeah. But we played well.
Give it a go.
But yeah.
I don't think you can ask for much more than the team to actually give it all. And we can come away from ground and think, yeah, do you know what? We've actually given it a go. We've been unlucky just to have a draw there, not win it, or we've lost and we should have drawn. And like, but when sometimes you're walking away thinking, well, if he'd have got across here, if he'd have done that tackle there, basic mistake and error, I'm like, that's the more frustrating part. I'm thinking, well, what have you worked on in training, what you learned for game after? It's the same mistakes all the time. I'm thinking,
we've done an hour, mate.
Believe it or not. That's gone on it.
So there's a question that I ask every guest, and I will ask you. We literally every guest, and there's a wide variety of answers. How do you personally define a good life?
A good life. Personally define a good life is to have a joke and a laugh with everybody, be respectful with everybody, not take things too serious, because you get one crack in this lifestyle that we have. It's not a rehearsal, so make most of it what you can.
Love that.
That's a good answer. I like that answer.
I love that, mate.
That has been an episode, mate.
That has been an episode.
That's been wild.
Been a pleasure, actually, mate.
I've enjoyed that.
You're welcome to come back on for our season,
mate. Yeah, anytime.
We'd be happy to come on as well.
Yeah, sound.
I can't believe how good that was. I said that after every episode, to be fair. Yeah, that was cracking.
Yeah, not to make you feel special.
I'll shank you for the shank. No, so.
You can find us everywhere. X. I'm going to say it first because you didn't last time.
You haven't done the...
Go on, what? I'm doing that now. You can find us on every single platform: YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram. AYCT.official. Can't afford sound effects. Find us everywhere. Do you want to plug your channel, mate? TYKES TV.
TYKES TV, you should know about it, and I recommend give these guys a watch and listen. If you haven't done, you're missing out on a load of good content as well, so give them both a listen. Sound.
Likewise.
Right.
Cheers, mate. That's been a pod.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No worries. All right.
Oh, go on then.
All right, mate. Appreciate it.
Love the talk. Peace.